This minute of Skate the Infinity starts with an establishing shot of the 24-hour drive-in.
And ends with Reki and Lunga dancing on their skateboards. This is minute 1 of episode 9. We were special back then.
Back then?
Back then?
Was that a question?
We were special back then. High-rising tone in the Australian accent forces everything to be a question.
Everything's a question.
An anime by minute podcast where we talk about Skate the Infinity minute by minute. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Caitlin.
It's also TikTok voice. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Is the high-rising tone?
The AI generated one, do you mean?
But also the
general.
generic TikTok voice that people put on. It's like a weird mix of American and high-rising tone.
Oh, I hadn't noticed that.
Like the Baby Gronk rizzed up Livy.
I guess that's
Baby
kind of
Gronk
true.
is the number one prospect. The other day, Emily got home and I was like, oh no, Baby Gronk rizzed up Livy. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I don't know either.
I don't know either. I've seen that one floating around, I think. That tweet.
I've seen the whole saga. Oh yeah, I wanted to find that tweet, the Modern Celebrity News
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite
Couldn't
funny.
find it.
Makes me
Please send
giggle.
it to me on infinite_minute. Because Baby Gronk really exemplified that.
Oh my gosh, how funny. Jonathan, I got so excited when
Hi,
you said
Caitlin.
minute 1.
Yeah, it's the start of a new episode.
Because this episode, I feel like, is going to be just so much fun from start to end. And when I say fun, I don't mean like fun like the Miyakojima episode. I mean fun like shit's going to be happening. Like it's going to be fast-paced. There's going to be exciting stuff around every corner. I am thrilled to start this.
Yeah. I'm thrilled to see those bits in between the exciting parts that we didn't notice on a first watch.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Or even a second watch. That's the whole point of this thing.
Yeah, I know. And I think
Yeah.
like even the start of this minute before the OP starts, whilst it's quite subdued and kind of calm and soft and nostalgic, as you said before we started recording,
Natsukashii.
like I got a bit of chills and like this sort of like anticipation for the rest of the episode. I felt like the deep lore is just rumbling under the surface,
Yeah,
and we're about
it's
to get
simmering.
more. I'm so excited to talk about it.
It's simmering beneath. But yeah, we start off with the establishing shot of the 24-hour
Ocean view, petrol station.
Okinawa. I sometimes forget they're in Okinawa.
Do you?
Yeah. It's just like, it's not a mainland story, I guess.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And it's quite funny that there's been quite a few that we've watched over the last few years that have been set in Okinawa too.
The gay fish.
Gay fish, sister fish.
This. Sister fish.
I feel like there's another one. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But I feel like
Yeah,
there was
there
another
probably
one.
is, isn't there?
Yeah. But yes, we get this shot of the ocean view, and I didn't realize that this is technically a flashback to episode 7 or 8.
You think? You don't think this is current?
Well, I think this is back in I think it's episode 7 when
Where they were here.
Joe drives up on his motorcycle and Cherry was just chilling, because we're in the middle. We're at S at the moment in present time, in the middle of a
Yes.
beef.
No, we are. You're correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a flashback, and then there's a flashback nested within the flashback.
Technically, yes, there's 2. Yes, a
Damn.
flashback within a flashback. Inception.
Yes, we're inceptioning Skate.
Mm-hmm.
A room behind a room, a door behind a door.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Daft Punk lyrics that live at the top of my brain.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you for clarifying. I did not pick that up. So yes, that was my sort of thought that that's where we were, because Cherry's in the same thing, leaning against the rail as he was in that episode, reminiscing about, old times.
Yeah, we get some different perspective on that meetup, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is
Because
pretty
his
cool.
bike's here in the next shot. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And you've also got the picnic table in the background with the chairs knocked over. Reminds me of that Melbourne earthquake meme. Melbourne earthquake 2021. We will rebuild, and it's just like 2 picnic chairs that have been knocked over.
Oh no!
And then that was reposted again when there was an earthquake like 3 weeks ago.
Did you? I didn't feel that one at all. Did you feel that?
It woke us up.
Oh,
I'd just fallen
really?
asleep. And like we both felt the rumble, and like we both got up and we were both just like earthquake.
Wow.
But granted, I think it was only about like
Not as big
20
as the other
kilometers away from us. It felt bigger to me.
one.
Not
'Cause
as
it was
long, but it
closer
felt
to
like the
you.
building
Yeah.
was shaking more. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel it at all this time. But I felt the other one, the 2021 one. 2021 one.
It's crazy to think we'd like never experienced earthquakes really in our whole life, and
No.
now within 2 years we've had 2.
That's crazy.
10
Except like,
times.
in the scheme of things, no real damage has happened
Well, no,
except for that one
that's
Betty's
the point of
Burgers.
the meme. Yeah, that one bit. So like all the memes for the second one where it was just like somebody check on the Betty's Burgers. The weird thing was this time I got the Android alert too.
Oh.
So it was like they've upped the infrastructure, I guess.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're like, oh well, next time this happens, we should probably send something out.
Yeah, we'd like let the people know. But Emily, like Apple, nothing.
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 Terrible.
Just all Apple users just assume a truck went past.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, crazy. Anyway,
crazy.
We will rebuild the
We will
24-hour ocean view.
Yes. Joe is looking at his some scuff marks that he left on the wall. Crazy to think that they're the exact same scuff
Still
marks.
there. Yeah. No erosion or
No.
anything over the last... Well, it's only 7 years, I
years.
guess. Could be.
I thought when he said it, I thought he said cradle snatcher. And I read the subtitle and I was like, is that
As
subtitle
cradle.
wrong? I think it was the
Yeah.
way that he said kureu or however he said it in the...
Kureul.
Yeah, and I was like, did he say cradle?
Yeah, I had never heard the phrase cradle snatcher.
No.
So I looked it up.
Yes, that's what you were researching.
Researching, yes. So cradle snatcher is also known as a wall ride. So it's a
okay.
wall ride.
Yeah.
But then I found the step-by-step on how to do a cradle snatcher
Oh.
from the 1988 edition of Thrasher magazine, which is the popular skateboard magazine that you
Of
will
the
have seen
time.
on T-shirts everywhere. Whether you know about skateboarding or not, you've seen Thrasher T-shirts.
Have
It's the
I?
logo with the flames around it. You would have.
Probably. If I saw
It's
it, I'd
like
probably recognize
if you've
it.
seen a kid in skinny jeans and a black top and Vans, more than likely there was a Thrasher logo on his T-shirt.
Okay. I'll have
Anyway,
to
the
keep
cradle
an
snatcher
eye out now. You know what?
by
I'm going to
Eric
see someone within the next
Dressen.
24 hours wearing one of those T-shirts now that you've said
you'll
that.
see it.
How funny.
They're always long sleeve too. Here's the step-by-step on how to do the cradle snatcher.
Please.
Using moderate speed.
Off to a great
Using
start.
moderate speed. Approach the wall as you would for a frontside wall ride. So it is different. Jam up the wall and grab the nose with your trailing hand, like a creeper. Compress against the wall. Push off the wall with your leading hand and twist your body around 180. Land it and keep cruising. Keep it Eric Dressen.
Keep it flowing.
His classic sign-off.
Yeah, I love that for him. So could we say that that's almost like a proto of Joe's move where he bounces off the wall in the current
For sure.
race?
Yeah, maybe that's why we're seeing it now.
Yeah.
His cradle snatcher evolved into the...
Whatever it's
don't
called,
know.
Power Break. Is that what it was called? I think it was called Power Break.
The pants X-ray.
Could you imagine if his pants like actually went see-through when he did that move and everyone was like, whoa!
Oh my god, he's got a dick. Oh my god, I can see his toes, finally.
No. Oh, finally!
Finally, his shoes went see-through.
Oh, he actually does have quads. Damn.
But this flashback sound that we get in this next bit is so extra.
Oh,
It's like the most extra flashback sound we've heard, I reckon.
I know. I loved it. But I did like the attempt of like seamlessly going from old Joe to young Joe in the crossfade. I thought they did that relatively successfully.
Yeah.
He's so baby though. Look at him.
He is. He's so little.
So baby.
Before he had muscles.
His little undercut, it's adorable.
He would have to have, if he's not got muscles here, he would have to be like consistently working out for that 7 years to get that big.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
If YouTube fitness guys have taught me anything. And they have.
He'd have to. The funny thing is that this drive-in was abandoned even back then. Like, it's not like it was like a, it was,
right?
Normally in flashbacks, they flash back and it's like pristine and like there's nothing wrong with it. It's like, no, it was always like this.
Yeah, I was expecting people in their cars getting like burgers brought out to them on roller skates.
Yeah. Attendants coming out to fill up the petrol for you.
Yeah.
People on roller skates delivering things. Yeah.
Burgers and shakes.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, we flashed back to the 1950s.
I think it's just just the words drive-in just make it feel like that, I think.
For sure. Yeah, and they go for that aesthetic at the Coburg drive-in.
Do they? They do? I love that.
Not like they don't have people coming out on roller skates. It's more like bogans in their pajamas going to the drive-in themed concession stand.
Oh, no.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Joe does his Crayon Snatcher and the picnic chairs are still in the background. Nobody's picked them up in 7 years. And they haven't blown away.
Oh, my God.
Nobody's taken them. They're still there.
Oh, no.
They haven't rebuilt.
They haven't. I like his purple and yellow shoes. They're quite cute.
Sick, aren't they? Yeah.
They don't quite go with his pants, but maybe that's the vibe.
The vibe. Mm. And the chain on the pants as well.
Love
Are we
it.
making a joke about that?
Yes. For the wallet.
So skateboard. We only see half of Joe's Crayon Snatcher. We don't see him do the...
Yeah, no, we don't.
And we don't see him keep cruising.
No, we don't, because we cut to this other sick move that Cherry's doing.
Yes. This is sick.
This is really cool.
He looks legit here.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing, but it looks really, really cool.
I think it's his laser flip.
Oh,
that Joe
of course.
references in a second.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
I did look up laser flip just to be safe.
Yes. Is it an actual move or is it just something that they
It
made?
is.
Oh, okay.
It's a move, yeah. I've heard of laser flip before.
Is that what this looks like?
I think it's like a mix of two different things. Yeah, it looks like a laser flip.
Yeah, cool.
It's a combination of a frontside 360 shove it and a heel flip.
Oh my God.
So you're
that's complicated.
maneuvering the board 360 degrees like on an X axis.
Yes, and a Y axis.
And a Y axis at the same time.
Yeah. Got you.
And I think because it's a heel flip, you're pushing it away from you. Which is harder, I think.
That sounds so difficult.
Yeah. Here's a good write-up on surfertoday.com. So take it with a grain of salt from the surfers. It's the opposite of a regular tray flip.
Oh.
So I guess a tray flip would be a backside 360 shove it and a kick flip. Scooping, timing, and foot positioning are key to landing the laser flip. Any subtle adjustment of your feet on the deck will impact the aerial spin and the trick's conclusion. This is very serious. Many skaters give up on the laser flip because they try and fail so many times that it becomes an impossible mission.
Oh.
Tricky. The consensus is that it is a pretty cool trick.
It looks pretty cool.
It does. Yeah.
And do they put like a little slow-mo kind of like slow-mo effect on it?
For sure. And even in the sound
yeah,
as
they
well.
do. I love that.
Yeah, it's a sick looking move.
Very cool.
Animated really well here too. And I love that it's from the back.
Yes. Very cool. He does like the Naruto arms behind him. Or more like, or also like the volleyball arms that they do in Haikyuu, and they like put their arms
before
back.
they do a spike.
Yeah.
How do their arms get back that far? We're both trying to do it.
I feel like you have
now.
to be double jointed
They
or
seriously
something.
go like, well, I guess they're also like leaning down.
Oh gosh, I just
they're like
really
that we're
yanked
both
my
standing
headphones
up.
out.
And then the legs go fully back. Man, nothing beats a solid high Q spike.
So good. So good. I miss
Unless
it.
you're Tsukishima, and then it's all about the
block.
the looming hands.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I miss it.
Fucking not a high Q podcast.
Not a high Q podcast. And then Joe and Cherry kiss. I mean dap.
It's a kiss not needing words.
It's a kiss not needing words. They dap.
They look angry about it.
And they...
You know why I think the picnic chairs are still there?
Why?
Because they've just used the same background.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But why wouldn't you get rid of the picnic chairs? It's so bizarre.
Because they're built into the background, I guess. But I guess they would have had to change like the lighting and everything. So
they were definitely drawn in the background. Like we saw a similar thing with the ramen shop where the condiments were drawn into the background, and then they just superimposed
different
condiments on top. So they look angry when they first step, and then as they walk away, they smile.
It's very
so cute.
They can't show each other how giddy they are that they just touched fists. So they wait until they're facing the other way to smile, Johnny. That's why.
It's not about them nailing the skateboard tricks. It's about them touching knuckles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. To be fair, Joe's titties look big even now.
He's got the titty. They both got the snatched waist.
Yeah. Oof. Wow.
Yeah.
How cute.
Good on him.
They're so hot.
And then we flash to white. Flash forward to the flashback.
Flash forward to the flashback.
Still.
This reminds me, have you ever did you ever listen to Spontanea Nation?
No.
They would always do, so it's Paul F. Tompkins and obviously improvises, but they improvise scenes and they have like a flash forward, a flashback, and they've got another button, flash sideways, so like to another scene at the same time. But they'll often get into these like tunnels, or they'll go back and back and back, and then have to remember how many times they have to come forward before they're in the present. It's so funny. I
love when that happens in like your Improv for Humans stuff as well. Like when they just like get into those flashback and flash forward stuff, and like keeping consistency across the timeline.
You've got your little deck there. What are they called again?
Tech deck.
Tech deck. You got your little tech deck. Were you trying to do the move?
It always lives on my desk. No, I can't. Actually, I think laser flip would be pretty easy on a tech deck because it's really easy to just spin it.
Probably.
Yeah. No, I shouldn't because Emily's napping and she hates the sound of the tech deck.
Oh, okay. We'll be quiet for Emily.
Sorry, I'm quiet skateboarding.
And then, does Joe keep hair ties on his wrist? Are they hair ties? Bless him. He keeps them on his wrist for his boyfriend in case his boyfriend's I need to tie my hair up. That's so cute.
I mean, Joe ties his hair up too, doesn't he?
That's true. Yes, he does.
The big blowout sale on the knees in the jeans as well.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Natsukashii, so many memories.
Oh, it's very nostalgic. I love it.
And then he mentions this is where you nailed your first laser flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is what made me think it's a laser flip, but it's a laser flip.
Yes, it does. It does look like that based on the description you gave.
Yeah. Flippy doos.
And we get a little bit more of a lore drop about, them challenging Adam to multiple beefs since he's been back. And he always says no.
He leaves him on red.
Oh, no.
Much like Reki to Lunga during this whole saga.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Why is he not responding?
I actually thought it was interesting that they changed Cherry's line only slightly, very, very slightly. But in the sub, he said, "Why do you think that is?" Which sounds more like I already know the answer. Yes. But then in the dub, it sounded more like, do you think there's a reason for that? Like, it felt more like, I want to know, I want to understand what you think the reason was. And it was so subtly different, but I think it does change the meaning slightly.
And then they also changed scared of losing to having his ass handed to him.
Having his ass handed to him. I loved it. I loved that.
I'm going to hand him his ass on a silver platter.
But that is the funny part, is that that's Joe's view of it, is that he's just scared. That's it. That's what else could the reason be? There would be no other reason. But obviously Cherry's been thinking about this for a long time.
How long?
Yeah.
How long has Adam been back from Japan? From America?
Yeah.
Because they've been challenging him that whole time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's actually interesting because, okay, so you think Joe was in Italy for what? Let's say maybe like 3 years? Just taking a stab at how long a culinary course would take, potentially maybe 3 years, right? And he comes back. TAFE. So that leaves us 4 years. But I would say maybe the same amount of time. I would hazard that Adam went over there for university. So maybe 3 years.
And then he has to come back and establish his like political, establish himself in his constituency.
Yes, exactly. So maybe for like the last 3-4 years they've been challenging him, maybe.
Which is a long time.
That's a very long time.
Like 4 years ago, I was. 4 years ago was before COVID.
Pre-Cove.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago.
It is a long time ago. 4 years ago now, I was playing Breath of the Wild. But I just dropped it. Now I'm playing again.
Nothing changes, Jono. Time is cyclical.
No, it's nobody learns anything, yeah. My HBO drama starts with me playing Breath of the Wild and then ends with me playing Breath of the Wild. But I'm also looking out to sea sadly, like I want to kill myself.
Yes.
Yeah. While the sad version of my leitmotif plays.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, how sad.
But Cherry's sadly looking away from the sea at this moment.
He is sadly looking away from the sea. Beautiful gust of wind blowing his hair around his face.
So good, perfectly timed.
Stunning. And it is setting up, before we even see it, that he will race Adam in this episode.
Yeah. When you
even
think
though
about
we don't know.
the fact that it's a flashback.
Yeah.
It's so weird to think. Like Cherry rigged that he's going to race Adam.
Well, I guess he would think, I'm just going to win until I can race, and I'll race Adam eventually. That's his sort of thought. Because the crazy thing is that his prediction was that if I can get Adam back to S, at some point I will get an opportunity to race him. And he got him back to S with Snow.
A honey trap.
With a honey trap. Wild. It's actually wild.
Wild that the honey trap worked.
Yeah. Well, he knows his type.
Yeah.
But actually, wait, was the first time he saw Lunga, though, he wasn't even skateboarding. That's the thing. He just saw him standing outside on the street with Reki.
When was that? I can't even remember.
In the very first, after Lunga comes in for his interview, and then he's looking out the window and he's watching. Oh,
Cherry, yes. You meant Cherry.
Yes,
I thought
Cherry,
you were talking about
right? So he didn't even know that Lunga could skate by this point.
No.
or snowboard or anything. He just
saw him with a skateboarding boy.
Yes.
Who he might have recognized from S.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he's pretty. And he'll
That'll
do.
Work.
He's dumb and pretty. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. He's, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Can't read. Can't write.
Himbo?
Illiterate.
Oh.
Synonyms.
Yes. Can't read, can't write, himbo.
Under illiterate, it just says see himbo.
Oh, how good.
But yeah, Cherry doesn't think that's right.
No, and he'll have to see for himself.
Yeah. And we get this weird kind of like low poly sunset Cherry shot that looks like it zoomed in.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
kind
it is.
of.
It zooms out. Slowly,
it zooms out.
Yeah, it's like a weird kind of like low quality shot. It might just be the filter.
And there's almost like a bit of a zoom focus pull on it, almost with Cherry as the focus. I don't know. It's very cool.
Weird shot.
Weird shot. But then we get 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang, 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 bang. And the great thing is that we've talked enough about the first 50 seconds that we don't have to talk about the OP.
We've done our duty. I will say that this is cat number 18.
Cat number 18.
If we class it as a different cat to the other ones, which we do.
We do.
We've discussed this.
We've discussed this
it's
many
in the
times. It's the alternate universe.
Yeah, each different version of the OP is a different Spider-Man.
Canon divergence.
I guess that's what Spider-Man is about. I only know from Twitter.
I only know that there's something, everyone's saying that this is a canon event and you cannot interfere. I'm just everyone saying it everywhere. This is a canon event. And I'm like, okay. So I'm guessing
cool, man.
That has something to do with the plot of Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Something is canon.
Yes. And I've got a feeling like Miles might want to change something. And I've got a feeling it maybe is like Gwen dying or something like that. And Miles wants to stop. This is purely speculation, but, you know.
Based on Twitter spoilers.
Yeah. Yeah. But who knows? Who knows?
But yeah, Reki walks over to his skateboard. They do a little dance. They make a little love.
Ooh. Get down tonight. And that's it. That's a min.
Ends with one with one hand up and one hand down.
Like a barrel of monkeys.
Or a Mario hitting a block.
Yes.
And that's it. What was your favourite moment? Good start to a minute.
Whew. It was all really cool. I think...
Second episode in a row to start with a flashback.
How did episode 8 start? Oh, that's right. You're right. The Proto-Eve. Oh, God, this was also cool. Seeing them do their tricks and doing the fist bump was just really great. I really loved that. Just the whole minute, I got really, excited hype vibes from it. I really just enjoyed it. How about you?
Yeah. I liked the tricks. I think the laser flip is, the best bit of skateboarding animation we've had in a good while.
In a while, yeah.
Looked really good. Very,
very cool. I just love the DK boys, and I'm so excited we're going to have them, for a good chunk of this minute.
Yeah, we've got a big, chunky chunk of teenage boys. For a little bit.
No.
And they're not that sad, Reki.
No. Hopefully not a lot of sad Reki this min.
No.
Please, no.
And we learnt a bit about skateboarding too.
We did. If you want to tweet at us. Oh, no. You didn't like that, Jono?
No, I was looking at something else.
You could tweet at us at infinite_minute on Twitter.
And you can email us at infiniteminutepodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, you're going to have to tell me what made you make that face, Jono.
It was just a weird, hentai ad on Reddit. Not hentai, but it's very suggestive drawing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. What a way to end.